Hello and welcome back to Ghost. Last time we continued exploring the Nakamura station and we managed to actually find a couple more pieces of the green key card, but we have to face some terrible robots over a terrible death laser and hope that we don't, get wrecked. That'd be nice.
I'm sorry, Ghost. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that much, Houston. You're really useful, Houston. Houston is the worst. Just deploy the frogs. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. The frogs will do more... Oops. The frogs will do more for us than Houston ever did for us in his entire life. Because Houston is some sort of disgusting degenerate Houston. Not to say that there's another type of Houston that's less degenerate than him. But he's still a terrible degenerate. Oh, man. I keep hitting R. Man, I need to stop hitting R. I just have this insatiable urge to reload my gun, okay? It's just a thing. Ow, lasers, lasers, lasers. You know what I don't appreciate? Lasers! Or just generally being injured. That's not nice either. I don't like it. Well, I mean, it's not... No, it probably is the worst thing in the world. I was gonna say, being injured isn't necessarily the worst thing ever, but it probably is, actually. I mean, we will literally die if we get injured too much, and I don't think there's much worse than dying. I mean, you could check, but, well, maybe torture. Okay, yeah, no, I'll go with that one. Oh, yeah? Are you remaining vigilant right now? Well, guess what? I don't think you'll remain vigilant for long. Uh-huh. I'm coming for you! Sa-sa-sa! Sa-sa! 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 Oh, I don't think this is gonna work out in our favor. Nope. They beat us, but that's fine. We can just go in here and just slip in behind the enemy lines. Hello? Don't mind me, I'm just a standard security robot. Chilling out in the back areas. I will not be of particular danger to you people. Do not worry. Ignore the fact that I'm blowing up your minds, Nakamura. It's perfectly fine. There we go. I knew that would do that. Nice. Now we can just leave that one to think about what it's done. Because at this point, it's pretty much, like, more or less betrayed all of its friends. I mean, admittedly, it didn't have control of its faculties, but I'm pretty sure its friends don't really care all that much. It's still a terrible breach in trust. Oh, look at that. We can hold left shift and see where our cursor is. We can get a little better view of the situation. That is nice. I didn't know you could do that. Well, you learn something new every day. Every single day, unless you're dumb, as in you don't learn something new every day. Which, at that point, I feel for you to an extent, but you're also dumb, so I mean, it's partially your fault. Hello! You just... Stupid frogs, why can't you deploy in the proper direction? These frogs have direction issues. What do we got? Okay, we now have 80% of the overall key card. And we should be able to get another skill, not for Houston, because he's terrible. Our ghost. Faster. Can now pick up energy cubes. That's probably actually fairly useful. We could also do that. That one's much nicer. And perchance, we'll eventually move into the new area there, or do we want one of these? Oh, it's too late. We've already committed. That is unfortunate. We cannot upgrade Nakamura Station, which is probably not a good idea to begin with, because last I checked, Nakamura Station was evil! So it's probably for the best that we don't upgrade it. Oh my word, lasers. You know what I don't enjoy most of the time, unless they happen to be controlled by me, whereas then they're awesome, is lasers. I mean, how often in video games do you actually get to control... The heck was that? We just got face wrecked. How are we supposed to get back from there? Oh my word. Dang, that was quite an ambush. Luckily, I think we're like right back where we died, so we should be in a fairly good position. Hello? Oh yeah, we totally are in the same exact room. Does anyone want to suffer a vicious death? Or a not so vicious death? I'm not picky about what kind of death I deal out. I am just feeling the necessity to deal out some form of vicious demise of my opponents. So just please line up for vicious demise. That is not a platform there. Quite unfortunate. Okay. So it looks like all that we dropped was our little magnet thing that we haven't used yet because I don't know if it's actually useful at all. And as soon as we manage to jump through this jumping puzzle, which actually isn't even a jumping puzzle, it's just a bunch of platforms, we will be perfectly fine. Now, where do we need to go next? We are right here. So I guess we need to head back over this way. So I guess head back to the save room and teleport our way over to a new area where we can potentially find the final piece of the key card and do battle with the vicious, I don't know, boss of some sort? It does appear that there's a boss through the door that we're trying to get the key card for. So that's nice, kind of. I mean, it's not actually all that nice. It's pretty terrible. Oh, look at that. Solid. Let's do this. We have to go to the left as far as we can go. And then maybe we'll stand some form of chance of actually, you know, progressing through our Nakamura stuff. Oh, can we not get through here? Oh, my word. That is the worst. That is the worst. You know what? I just wanted to have a nice little, like, walk through a nice little platform. Now all these security robots have to suffer because I am no longer happy about my walk today. That's what happens when I don't get a good walk. I murder everything. Learn that, Nakamura. So where are we right now? Looks like we are heading down a new path of some form. Red card? I don't even have a green card. My word. It's locked from the inside. Oh. Well, then where do we go? Up that way? Okay. If and you insist. Okay, so dang it. The reloads are real. So, apparently, there is also a red card out here. I'm going to guess that we can't get our red card until we've first gotten the green card. That kind of makes sense to me. So we're going to have to... Oh my word! What the heck is this? Where'd you guys come from? You weren't here last time. Buzz off, Nakamura bots. Nobody likes you. Oh my word. That was a pretty intense response to us. I mean, we didn't do that much. We just murdered a few of your security robots and a few other of your security robots, and admittedly, we murdered the vast majority of your security robots. What was that? I don't even know what that was. Okay, we need to be careful because the more we fight in here, the more we're gonna, you know, pop pipes, and the worse off we're gonna be overall. Okay, there we go. So we need to go upwards, I believe. This would be the room. Yep, we need to go up. Hopefully up here is the final piece of the green card. Okay, I see how it is. Hey, Mr. Robot Dude, how would you like to come over here and just have a little, you know, a little stand on this particular platform? It'll be perfectly fine. Ignore the fact that there's a terrible, like, Nakamura killing robot right behind you. You don't need to worry about that. Well, you probably does, actually. But it's fine for the most part. How are we gonna deal with this? I would guess... Well, we can't deploy frogs on it. Well, what are our chances if we can't deploy frogs on it? Without frogs, we're done for. I guess we're fine. We don't need to worry about not having frogs, because we do end up actually being capable of fighting enemies on our own without vicious frog creatures. Good job, vicious frog creatures. You're the best. Is this our final key card? That is the best.
Houston, this was the last part of the password. The green access card is now complete.
Solid.
Good job, Ghost. We can now proceed to Green Sector.
I love it. I love it. I so want to proceed to Green Sector. Okay, now let's use this skill point wisely. Where are we going to put it? Energy retention? No, we don't need that. After an alarm is finished, base repair units are extracted for your use. Now that could be nice. Or during alarm phases, significantly increase the amount of augmented enemy robots. Why would I want that? That sounds terrible. Jeez, we're gonna do that one. Oh, look at all these new skills. Oh my word. Nice. Anyway, let us see what Houston has to say to us. Oh, it's not Houston.
I've been told we have an intruder in outer heaven. Is that true?
Well, more or less.
I have it
Be
under
me.
control. Our defense system is...
Why the
It's-
hell was I not informed?
Sir,
It's
with all
really
due
not a
respect,
big issue.
I
Don't
didn't
worry.
have
I'm just
enough
gonna murder
information to write a
everyone.
report.
And how the hell did it get in?
We suspect they bypassed our controls in the space lift.
They? How many
More
intruders
or
are
less.
there?
We've already destroyed a few. There shouldn't be many of them left.
Mr. Yamato.
Yeah, no,
the
it's actually
security
only
department
one,
is the
you know.
shame of this corporation. Do whatever must be done.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
actually, at this point, he has to ritually commit suicide, but, you know, we can ignore that and just move on. We don't necessarily need all of our corporate peeps to murder themselves, but if necessary, I mean, I'm not against it overall, namely because they're not actually my corporate peeps, so I'm fine with that. Okay. So where can we go next, then? That's a golden card.
Access level required.
We don't have that. What we need to do is get back down here, which shouldn't actually be terribly difficult in the end. It's only a small little walk away. Let's do this. Once again, security drone, can you be very careful about shooting things in here because I don't want to die. I'm pretty sure you don't want to die either, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure you don't actually have an artificial intelligence and are thereby incapable of actually thinking, so just leave the whole not wanting to die thing to me. It'll be fine. There we go. Please, buzz off. There's no need for this. Oh yeah, no, we actually have to set off those cluster bombs, don't we? Thank you so much, drone! That was so nice! You just popped a cluster bomb right over my face, little combat drone. Man, what is this guy's name? Winston? Winston? You're the worst, Winston. Disgusting. Deplorable. Luckily, Winston does not care what we say to him because, of course, as has been stated, he has no AI. So more or less, he's just like our consolation to the whole, like, we're on our own fighting a bunch of robots out here. Kind of like, I guess Wilson was in Castaway? Yeah, that one. I can't even remember if his name was Wilson or not. But, you know, the volleyball dude. Everyone knows the volleyball dude. And if you don't know the volleyball dude, you're terrible. And you should probably figure out who the volleyball dude is. And then maybe come back here and, I don't know, feel good about understanding what we're talking about. That'd be nice. How would you feel about that? Not so great? Okay, get out of here. So we need to head just a little ways down, and we can take the pipe network to get there. Oh ho ho! This is maybe not the best move in the world, because I'm still pretty sure that 90% of what we do in here will in fact kill us by rupturing pipes and stuff. It's not really the best. Not really the best. Okay. Here it is, green card time. Bada boom. Would you like to open our way in here? Who, prithee, would be standing in here? Clearly a devilish boss.
Houston, I found something strange on the ground.
Any idea what it is?
Yeah, you should be pretty careful.
Looks like something was crushed. I'm going to examine it.
Don't examine it too hard. Yeah, see? That was a bad move. Okay, so looks like we have to go for... Oh, man. So we can't be on the ground when those, oh my word, when those feet come down, because they do shoot a small wave out. I keep trying to reload my weapon, I'm sorry. It's never going to stop being a thing. I can't help it. I just love to reload things, and this game doesn't allow me to actually reload weaponry. It's kind of the worst. How do we get through? Oh my word. How do we get between this guy's legs? It's not the ideal situation for us. I'm going to level with you. Nor is the whole reloading thing the ideal situation either. Can we not see this guy's health? Oh, we can see this guy's health. We've just done next to no damage to him. And I don't think our frogs are going to help all that much. We're definitely in the wrong position to use a bunch of frogs because course, the frogs always orient themselves towards the right-hand side, so now we can deploy frogs. Good luck, frogs. Your chances are slim overall, but maybe there's a small chance that, you know, the frogs can do something. Ends up they all just died, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, frogs. We didn't need you to, I don't know, execute holy vengeance upon our enemies or anything. Obviously, we are perfectly fine executing holy vengeance ourselves. My word. All these little beetle things. They're disgusting. Who allowed little beetle things in here? Oh, man. I'm trying to roll past the old hooves and stuff, but that doesn't seem to be something that's very easy to do, because you have to be crouching before you actually roll, unless you press G. But it just so happens that G is a very out-of-the-way button to press in this situation. Oh man, I want to be able to jump a lot higher than we can right now. It's kind of the worst. We're dead. We're dead. It's over. It's over, people! Our face has been murderfied. Okay, back to the save point. Back to the save point to go face the terrible... I don't even know what that thing is. Is this some sort of beetle creature or what? I don't even know. But it's a vicious creature nonetheless, and we need to deal with that thing. Is Q a button for anything? No. Okay. How about this? Can we change controls? Redefine keyboard. I guess that's what it is. Let me see. Roll. Q. Very nice. Now we can actually roll decently well in the middle of a terrible situation, if at all necessary. Woo! Okay. That is much nicer. Well, giant beetle creature, I'm here to pulverize you into the ground because I only feel it's necessary because, of course, you are trying to pulverize us into the ground. It's kind of a just desserts situation in the end of it all. I mean, maybe it's a bit too poetic, but at the same time, I'm just gonna go with it regardless. Oh, did we just get a little thing that we didn't actually use because I wasn't... Yeah, I probably should have paid attention to that thing. Hello. If you could just, like, not try to murder us, I would be ecstatic about the entire situation. He's not gonna stop trying to murder us, by the way. It's not about to happen anytime soon. My word. Reloading things. The worst. Well, I guess technically we haven't reloaded a single thing because there is no reload function in this game. Please calm down, giant beetles. Well, I guess those ones are tiny beetles that need to calm their face because, of course, they're trying to murder our face, and our face is way too important to be murdered by a bunch of disgusting little beetles. Oh, my word. I don't know why, but this control scheme is not working for me overall. We may need to significantly alter the control scheme to make it work a little bit better, but for now we can't really do that because we're fighting a giant beetle. It's not really the best situation to change the control scheme. In case you didn't notice, situations of, like, serious combat are not a time to be fiddling around with controls. It's time to be murdering the face of giant beetle demons. And yes, I do proclaim that this thing is a giant beetle demon. We get, like... Oh yeah, there was a shop with a bunch of guns, wasn't there? We need to totally get back to that shop and maybe get another secondary weapon. That'd be nice. Because I feel like, you know, our frog gun is nice when we're fighting a bunch of enemies, but when we're fighting a boss, I feel like the frog gun's not terribly good. It does drop health, though, which is a good thing. I can count that among the great things that the frogs do for us. Deploy the frogs! Frog, I know you're in a terrible situation right now, but can you try to, like, I don't know, work things out for us? The frog's already dead, don't worry. Pretty much as soon as I try to talk to a frog, it dies, because the frogs are not the most robust of creatures. Really, I don't know why we have battle frogs. I mean, there are a lot of creatures that would work well as a battle creature, and frog is just not one of them. I mean, a cheetah, a lion, a gazelle. I can see a battle gazelle being a thing. Actually, that sounds really awesome. I would be more than happy to see a battle gazelle, and to ride with a battle gazelle into combat. That'd be amazing. Giant frogs? Not so much. And these aren't even giant frogs. What the heck? Cluster bombs? You know what I don't like? Cluster bombs! What the heck is this? Lasers? Man, this boss doesn't get any more fun, does it? It gets fun in the Dark Souls sense, not so much the, you know, living for at least 5 seconds sense. We're doomed. We're doomed. You know it. Our lives are over. Our lives are over. We had a nice life, I think. I mean, can't say for certain that our life was all that good, but I mean, it's at least a 9 out of 10, right? No? No, we didn't even do much with our life. We just futilely tried to enter some sort of space station and then got murdered by a giant beetle demon. Okay, yeah, no, I'll admit, that's not the best life in the world. I would not rate that higher than Steve Jobs. I think I'd rate it one step lower than Steve Jobs, though, because he was a weird person. A weird human being. But he did make some decent products. Run! Ow! Ow, lasers! Please leave your lasers out of the current situation. There is no need for your lasers here. Thank you. Oh, he's not having any of this. We can't just tell off giant, like, beetle demons. They generally don't respond all that well to the situation overall. Oh yeah? You think you can deploy your beetles against us? Well then I shall deploy my frogs against you! Oh no. This is not a good place to be in for this attack. I mean, really, I'd like to be out of his range for that attack, because those lasers are actually pretty damaging if you think about it. Or if you don't think about it, too. I mean, you don't have to think about it to understand that those lasers are particularly devastating. They are vicious creatures. Although, technically, not a single one of his lasers is actually a creature. Man, stinking technicalities. I can't seem to go through a day without, like, falling due to technicalities in some way. I hate technicalities. They're the worst. Deploy the frogs! Deploy the frogs! No! No! How are we still alive right now? Oh my word. I guess we've managed to survive all of that. And by the way, in case you're wondering why I didn't, like, try to move out of that situation, and you didn't notice, I mean, I couldn't actually move out of that situation because when I get hit by those little, like, blue waves that come out... Oh, this is not a good situation. Not a good situation at all! When I get hit by the blue waves that run along the ground, I get stunned at the same time. So, you know, I couldn't exactly evade a lot of those terrible, damaging situations, which is kind of the worst. No! Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Stop trying to pulverize me into the ground! Jeez. Well, we got him down to 272 health. I mean, that's something in the very least. I'm gonna show up back over here. And that will bring us for now to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will beat the terrible, vicious beetle demon of death, which I'm pretty sure is a beetle robot. But the difference between a beetle demon and a beetle robot is pretty much lost on me, so there you go. Until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.